It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Drake May. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Patriots and the Jets. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Halfway between Boston and Providence, it's the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A good one here in the AFC East, so glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, for years, this division was dominated by the Patriots, winning 16 of the possible 17 years. But the last 4 belonged to Buffalo under Sean McDermott. Now, though, this seems like it's anyone's division.
No question. I mean, you mentioned the Patriots. Obviously, they have one of the greatest traditions of winning in the history of the NFL. New coach, new era. We'll see how that unfolds. You mentioned Buffalo.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Well, the Jets come out with Aaron Rodgers. Of course, all the buildup in 2023, it lasted all of 4 snaps. But the man is a legend, a Super Bowl champ, 10-time Pro Bowler. Greg, his 20th NFL season.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy. Let the offense unfold. Trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice play here by Malachi Corley, the young rookie wide receiver, and something we're going to continue to see out of him as the rest of the year unfolds is, Mike, he has such a knack for turning short throws into long gains, and his ability to be a ball carrier after the catch. It's really what separates certain guys from others in this league, and for a young player to have that innate kind of sense to be a ball carrier, find any ways you can get him the ball. Screens, smokes, bubbles, doesn't matter. Get the ball in his hands, and usually good things happen.
2nd down and 3. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll go again with Hall. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this throw batted away and incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Aaron. He'll try to run for it. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And after just getting in 4 plays last year, that's Aaron Rodgers who is in some discomfort. Throwing, Taylor. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need.
And he's in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, New York. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots have a rookie quarterback. It is Drake May. Long past the Tom Brady era, it is May who is now the guy in Foxborough. Out of North Carolina, Greg, the 3rd pick in this past year's draft.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. He's got a man. It's Smith-Schuster. The 1st-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Now the man signed from Washington, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Working out of the gun, it's May. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the 1st quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him. We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
That'll be complete to Gibson. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And another nice run here by Ramondre Stevenson. He's gotten off to a fast start, and I think coming into the season, there was some uncertainty about this Patriots offense, both at the quarterback position and just pretty much everywhere. But he has done a nice job being a reliable runner for this Patriots offense, especially early this season. Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Ryland's kick is good. And the Pats are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. He had the touchdown of the opening drive, and as you see, coming into the week, ranks right up there with the leaders in rushing touchdowns. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Taylor looking to throw. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Here's Taylor. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's May. Catch made by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out of bounds. They mark him up near the 35-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
A throw on the move is caught. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Now May. Open man, Demario Douglas. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Stevenson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
At the Jets' 33-yard line.
To throw is May. The second down throw is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Throwing on third down is May. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jalen Pope that time. And it's going to be fourth down. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots are back within one. It's 7-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. To throw is Taylor. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Jones.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Patriots offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw now, May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. May gonna look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And the Patriots are gonna have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Jets have the advantage. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. To throw again is May. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Pistol give to Stevenson.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and Breece Hall getting set for this next drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, Taylor. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this will stay a 2-point game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is May. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection. It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
The Jets offense and their running back set to go once more. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They will run it over center with Hall. And he'll have a Jets 1st down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Taylor. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
A pickup of 15 in the air. And the Jets have a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled 1st half continues. That's on the longtime Cowboy, Tyron Smith. They'll send a tight end in motion. On the run, here's Hall. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
A throw left side taken in by Corley. Second down and 8. Back to throw is Taylor. Over the middle, that's Corley. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, New York.
RPO quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7.
At the 21-yard line.
On the give, it's Hall. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Here's Abanaconda.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets are going to move out in front.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he'll get this up to the 44. Quinnen Williams there to make the play. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Throwing is May. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Jermaine Johnson, the former first-round pick, in there to bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss. And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Jets offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. Throwing, Taylor. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Now a timeout called by the defense. A run here with Abanaconda. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. On second down, it's, oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On third and long, here's May. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. The next drive about ready to commence. Want to remind you what's coming up in primetime this week. Tonight on Sunday Night Football, two teams with plenty of playoff history, both historically and recently. The Cowboys and the Niners from Santa Clara, followed tomorrow night with Monday Night Football of the blue-collar teams. The Giants and the Steelers meet up in Pittsburgh with kickoff time at 8:15 Eastern. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, New York.
Another run, and again, it's Allen. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We're back to Foxborough after this. Taylor looking to throw. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Jets.
Here's Taylor. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corley, and it'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. This one caught by Lazard. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
On first and 10, here's May. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. May now on first and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Throwing on third down is May. That's to the right side. He's got Polk.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
To throw is Taylor. This one complete right side. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 25-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Jets are in front as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. It's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Vikings don't want to fall into a deep hole this early, so a good win there ups their record to 3-4. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Derrick Henry, 100 yards exactly on the ground with a touchdown run as well. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams
more of
in
that
it
here in the second
to win
half.
it.
A one-point game as quarter three begins. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw is May. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
A loss of 9.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, Their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Patriots ready for the punt, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this to Allen. And not a whole lot going to come from that one. Only to about the 39.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd down, 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
A gain of 7.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Ball start, offense.
To throw is Rodgers. And that ball incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rodgers. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And he's going to have the Jets' 1st down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Jets.
On the handoff, it's Allen. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Ball start, offense.
Here's Rodgers. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line and like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Rodgers. And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. Oh, yeah. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Patriots offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
From out of the gun, here's May. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break, and while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Holding. Offense.
May to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And 20.
Here's May again. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, it's Abanaconda. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. On comes the punt team now for the Jets, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give, running right. It's Stevenson, and he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now Gibson. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 32-yard line.
May going to look to throw. Will set up the screen for Gibson.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and short, and here is May. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. First and 10. Here's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
May to throw again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go.
To throw again is May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. On the give, this is Stevenson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Slot man in motion right. Here comes the jet sweep. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back. So a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. This complete to Pope.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Off the bootleg, here's May. To the back of the end zone, he's got it. To Mario Douglas. Touchdown, New England. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do. And we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game. I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. On the give, this is Allen. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. This one caught by Lazard. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On now comes the punt team for the Jets, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Stevenson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now, May. He'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
So you take a look at an offensive coordinator's play sheet, Mike, and there's a column on all of those pages that at the end of the day, it's about the players, not the plays. And when things aren't going well, you say, all right, who do I have to get the ball to? Well, this guy is one of them. I mean, whether they throw it to him, hand it to him, whatever they do, the more he touches the ball, the more good things happen.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Hassan Reddick there to make the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and that's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that'll be batted down. Here comes Allen. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man is Lazard. He's got it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's to the right side. He's got Corley. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Big play coming up. This is third down. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
The number 3 overall selection, Drake May, headed out for the next Pats possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Stevenson. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Complete to number 10, Alan Lazard.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
1st down, New York.
Now a give up the middle. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To throw is Rodgers. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet in bounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience.
Gerard Mayo not happy with that last call, and here comes the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So a smart decision on the defensive side to use the challenge here. This winds up as an incomplete pass. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. First down throw there is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. There's a saying on defense, Mike, tips and overthrows, you've got to get those. Those got to turn into interceptions. So if you're the offense here, after you saw that ball batted in the air, man, I can promise you it felt like a lifetime waiting to see if it just falls harmlessly to the ground. The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Jets offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. First down for Aaron. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Rodgers. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Jones. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick six. A touchdown for the defense. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Pats will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A-Rod now to throw on first down. That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The master of play action, Rodgers. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. Rodgers. And this ball incomplete on third down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. And they look to finish it off here in the fourth. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. On 1st and 10, here's May. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
He'll get this out to the left flat, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
They motion the slot man left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Throwing now is May. It is brought in the end zone. Hop Douglas. Touchdown, Patriots. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point now by Ryland. He's got it. And the Patriots are going to extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Throwing, Rodgers. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Rodgers to throw. He'll get this complete to Allen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Slot receiver headed right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Baker. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the carry, it's Stevenson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 44-yard line.
So it's a win for the Patriots, and it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.